Alright, all gone peeps. Yeah. This is about these not being the best for the PS5, like straight up. This is the best. The HyperX Cloud 3S, the crown champion, I believe, in my honest, humble opinion, of the best gaming headset under 200 bucks for the PS5 and everything else. So let's get straight into it. Now, as a base, as a control, yeah, it's in a garbage bin where they sort of ish belong, but I'll get to that shortly. Starting off with these, the current go-tos for gaming on the PS5, the PS Pulse Elite headsets. Very solid when they work, and that is the true problem. They don't always work. They sound phenomenal once you have them dialed in properly, and right now we're just going to jump straight into my settings on the PS5. Alright people, and here we are with the PS Pulse Elites connected to my PS5 Pro, as you can see on the screen right there. So yeah, this is how it would be gaming. Now, these are my everyday EQ settings for my Pulse Elites. Pretty much this works for me for any game because it boosts all audio frequencies, highs, mids, lows, all boosted. Because out of the box, this thing sounds like crap. Everything seems like it definitely was not hitting its full potential with those planar magnetic drivers. It was terrible out of the box, like I almost returned them. But this is a setting I found to work the best. This is one of the benefits of having something built for the PlayStation ecosystem. It just works. You have your EQ settings and everything directly built into the PS5 itself. Out of the box, they give you a few set here. You have standard, which is flat, bass boost. You have shooter, and of course, these are the custom presets. You get to set up to 3. You have audio mode 1, 2, and 3. This is just me mucking around the whole thing. But 2, that's mine. I hear instant elevation in all the frequencies. Here in Battlefield, I hear everything, every bullet drop, every gun fired, the different kinds of guns, the very fine details, everything. It sounds awesome. Now, that's about it. That's where the advantages for this thing actually stops. Perfect for PS5 gaming. There are issues that everybody knows. It tends to disconnect very frequently. Me, I found a solution for USB extender. I did a video on that. You could check it out after this video. But for now, let's just do a quick mic test here so you know how this thing sounds. It's serviceable. It's not great. It's not the best. It's not on par with the HyperX Cloud 3S either, but it is definitely serviceable. I extend this, bring it closer to the mouth. I'll definitely sound louder and fuller. But this is it. It's aggressive with the noise cancellation with the software that they have going on there now. Like right now, I'm chewing some gum, and that's why I was chewing it from the beginning of this video, so you could hear the difference between the camera mic and this thing. But you're not hearing it on this, and you're not hearing this, but you will hear it when I'm actually speaking. That's a noise gate at work along with the noise suppression, but this is me hitting it normally. Yet again, you'll hear it when I'm doing it like this and otherwise. So it's very aggressive. Why, if he's even playing some PUBG in the background, you probably heard some screams with the camera mic, but you're definitely not going to hear it with this. So noise cancellation is very good. It's clear enough for games. People won't complain. Nobody has truly complained. And you don't have to extend. You can play with it retracted. If you care about how you look or whatever, or be eating and stuff, you can eat and you won't disturb people. It's good. So solid mic. So as a gaming headset exclusive for the PlayStation ecosystem, works, but not the best, as you will soon see. So moving on to putting them back in the garbage bin. The one and only, needs no introduction for thousands of people out there, the HyperX Cloud 3S, the successor to the very commercially popular HyperCloud 3s on the market. And what a successor this is. This is easily the best headset,
in my humble opinion,
under $200 for the PS5 and just about everything else. I've used this on PC, Mac, the PS5 of course, and I've used it for work. It works very well with Teams calls, business calls, busy offices, call center situations, you name it. I've put this thing through its paces and it is phenomenal from the build quality. This is solid metal all around. You can flex this thing for days if you have a huge head, which I don't know if you're a giant and have a head this big, but it'll fit. It doesn't feel like it's gonna break. It doesn't creak anywhere. The ear cups right out of the gate are very comfortable. They're made out of a nice pleather material. These things tend to strip and fall apart with sweat and all that over time, but only time will tell. But if they do fall apart, they're easily replaceable. And if you want more, fabricy types of ear cups, Wicked Cushions and other brands have you covered as well. So you can make this thing however you want it to be. No flashy LED, RGB colors, but you can replace the metal caps on the outside. They're fully magnetic, drop on, take off, very nice. They sell a few custom ones. I'm waiting for the custom market. You could probably find a few on Etsy or wherever, but yeah. Now I spoke at length about these things. I am impressed about them, but let's get straight into the demo using the HyperX Ngenuity and Ngenuity beta apps. Now that's the weakness of this thing, but you'll see for yourself and hear for yourself in the demo right now. All right, peeps. So here we are speaking about the HyperX Cloud 3S headset. Now, when you get this, first of all, this is where you want to come to HyperX's own home website, and you want to download both the beta and the legacy Ngenuity app. Reason being, this gives you more customization for more features, and this gives you more stability because software is not HyperX's strong suit. Jumping straight into it, I've already downloaded them. Let's jump straight into this one here, which is the beta app. I keep this one front and center for customization. Pretty simple layout, pretty simple interface here. You're greeted with a picture of the headset itself, the battery level. I promise you, I went to work with this thing at 80% and it only lasts a couple of percent after making calls all day. Your home, your settings, and you just simply just click this and you jump straight in. Pretty simple interface. This is it. There's no RGB lighting. However, they do tell you the color that you have, which as you can see is this one here with the black plates, which I actually personally love and adore. It's very stealthy, very low key. And here everything popped up. Now, for the mic, all you have are these simple settings here. You can choose between mid boost, high boost, and low boost. I keep it in mid because that gives the best sound. And right now I have on AI noise reduction, which helps with this. You're not hearing anything at all. No background noise. There's a winter storm happening out there right now. You're not hearing anything. And of course, you're not hearing this. And you won't be hearing my colleagues in the background in the office as well. My clients love it. They hear me loud and clear, and they always compliment me on how I sound on calls. Another glitch it tends to have is that the equalizer that I tend to set here, this is the one I use, my GPT Pulse Elite setup. It gives me the closest I can get to these. However, these, I will give them their flowers. They are genuine planar magnetic drivers, so they're able to deliver more power. So even though I can't get the clarity and the detail from these are definitely louder. They're able to push a lot of power through these wireless headsets, guys. Like, planar magnetic drivers are legit, but they are more expensive. You can only use them on PlayStation devices such as a Portal and the PS5 and the PS5 Pro, and they disconnect like crazy for a lot of people. I found a solution. I'll leave a link to that in the description or maybe at the end of this video. Whatever, you could search my channel for that, but I do have a solution that has been working for me. give it a shot if you have them. This is my go-to setup, which I use with the help of Chat GPT. I'm not an audiophile, so I need the help. This is a setting from someone on Reddit that I found. He wanted to make the sound for these as close as possible to Harman Kardon, and this is with the help of GPT yet again. And I was fooling around trying to find the best setup for Battlefield 6 when I just got them. But this has been my favorite setup so far. It gives me the clarity, it gives me the bass, it gives me the mids, especially from when I'm gaming and playing Battlefield 6 and everything. The closest I could find to the pulse. You have side monitoring here, which is the mic monitoring. It is weird. I don't know how people like this, but I really and truly don't. Ah, yeah, turning that off. And you have spatial audio because I use this with my PS5 as well. Because the PS5 has a Tempest engine, you do not want to mix and mingle two different surround sound and 3D audio setups. So it's recommended that you keep that off. So I turn that off. Depending on what device you're on, they have spatial audio as well. So pretty cool stuff. And that's it. That's it for these guys. Pretty bare bones. The tuning that HyperX and HP have done with this thing allows it to work as bare bones. It sounds better out of the box than the Logitech G522 headsets. And I'm going to be returning these guys. I'm sorry. This is a winner for me. And it's a lot more capable than the Pulse Elites, that is for sure. You're not restricted. This thing works on everything. And yeah, guys, that's it. Let's head back out and check out more of the features and conclude this video. Let's do it. All right, and coming out. As you heard, wrap up for these things. Pretty solid, very awesome. The weakness being the Ngenuity app. Yeah, it definitely needs more work. Hopefully HP and HyperX, continue to improve very rapido on it, because they have a massive hit here on their hands for the versatility, the build quality, the mic, where it doesn't sound the best, especially compared to the G522 Lightspeed. Logitech needs to work on their names. Headsets, but for every situation, it works as expected. But if you want something that's all around for work and play for less than 200 bucks, this is it. Bar none. Any platform, any situation, these will get you through it in style and comfort, and for a very long time with this nice build quality for less than 200 bucks. I still can't believe it's built this well for less than 200 bucks. There is not much bad to say about these things. For the cost, you'll be hard pressed to find something better than this. That is for sure. And that is a wrap up, guys. I will say one thing. Let's get them out of the garbage bin again. The Pulse Elites. I already own them. I've already spent my money. I bought them long before the other two headsets that I spoke about. And because of that, I still use them. They do sound very phenomenal when you have them dialed in and you have the right EQ settings. Out of the box, they sound like absolute garbage. Straight up, I'm not even kidding. They don't sound good out of the box. But I will, let me get this here, give them their flowers. Very dead, not so healthy flowers, but flowers nonetheless, for what they do, and they do well, which is phenomenal sound for the PS5 and the PlayStation Portal. So many names to remember. Unfortunately, many people are not so lucky as myself. There is no solution. Unfortunately, sometimes out of the box, they just don't really work quite well. They disconnect frequently. There are a lot of lemons out there, unfortunately. I don't know what the quality control was with these things when Sony made them, but there are many people, many users out there. You check online, even the Amazon reviews, I'm gonna call it out. The scores are nowhere close to 5. They're all over the place, because a lot of people say these things disconnect right out of the box, no matter what they do. Even the solution that I suggested does not work for them. I thought my solution was foolproof because it works almost flawlessly for me, but for many others, they weren't so lucky. So that's it. Ramble on towards the end, but I'm not gonna put them back in their garbage bin. I'm putting them back on their charging stand, because that's one other advantage of these things that the other two headsets do not have. It has both USB-C charging and wireless charging via the pins right there in the top of the headband. I can just drop them on your charging stand and they're good. I don't need to fumble around looking for any wires or anything like that. When I'm done playing, just drop them on a hook and move on with life. So yeah, they're still my go-tos when I'm playing on my PS5. For everything else, it's the HyperX Cloud 3S for me. And if you haven't bought a headset yet for the PS5, this is what I highly recommend. You can make this thing sound just as good, if not better, than the Pulse Elites, depending on the situation. Now, you may have heard in the demos that I mentioned it, the Pulse Elites actually sound better in terms of loudness. It may give you a perception of clarity being better, but really and truly, these sound on par. Maybe not as loud with the EQ settings that I use, which boosts everything, but they will give you the clarity. You will hear just about every and anything, especially with the PlayStation Tempest engine giving you full-on 3D audio for any headset or headphone that you plug in or use wirelessly with it anyway. So bangers right here. I cannot recommend them enough. I'll leave links to all headsets in the description below so you can check them out for yourselves, compare the features for yourselves, see what you need and what's best for you. That's it, peeps. So once again, thanks for tuning in. You don't know, I'll appreciate a like, subscribe, and of course, hitting that little notification bell so you know when the next video is out. So see you guys in the next one. Peace out and take care.